各位观众晚上好，我们今天要玩异度传说二章善恶的彼端 or as we know it in English, the legend of Xenosaga Episode II, something or other. No, Xenosaga Episode II, long German subtitle that I can't pronounce. But anyway, if you might remember, we left off on the cliffhanger where... By the way, I'm just checking my camera. That looks... I think the camera is fine. But anyway, you might remember we left off on a cliffhanger involving Junior facing off against Albedo after a series of scenes, emotionally painful scenes that involved him and Albedo torturing him, of course. Feels a very Albedo thing to do, to mess with Junior, or Rubedo as his real name. Let's go ahead and load. Before we do anything, we have some skills to learn before we fight Albedo. So let's take care of that now. Yeah, he did gain some stuff from earlier, thanks to fighting the Patriarch, so... Let's see if we can get one of that. I would definitely want this. And he learned quick. 1200, he could learn quick, so that's good. Hello, Jinqui, welcome. Yeah, he already learned boost, so he can learn quick, and I think I will learn it. I will save this separately, just in case I have to redo this, and I don't want to use this skill set for this fight, but I think I will. So I will have a separate slot. One where I didn't change any of his skills and one where I did, so just in case. The last thing we want is to be in the game over scenario, but yeah, we also have the possibility of grinding again if things go poorly. But I really, but we'd have to do the Patriarch fight again, so that's kind of ugh. I really would not like to do that. We had already had to go back to regrind, thanks to thing with Shion earlier. Skip. Yeah, we're gonna pretty much skip every scene. Or not pretty much. We are absolutely gonna skip every scene because we've already seen it, and frankly, they're not fun on the rewatch anyway. So we're gonna get to the Albedo fight like immediately. Yeah. The scene where we missed a few seconds. Wait, which one? Like, what happens in that scene again? It's not this one. I already seen this one. Oh, it might be the one I just skipped. Oh, well. It's okay. Yeah, it's not. I mean, we can... I mean, I don't have a problem just doing it. So it's a scene after Sakura. So no worries. We can do it. It's not that hard to get there. We'll watch it again just to be sure. I don't like forcing people to miss scenes. I mean, I guess you could watch on YouTube if you really cared, but might as well do it right. And of course, this could possibly be the last stream of the year, so it's a little interesting. Of course, it's a big kind of a big one, story-wise. We didn't quite get to finish this game before the year ended. Sorry, there's just been so much going on personally, so that I haven't been able to stream as much, but yeah. Oh, no, it's the scene when you see Albedo. Oh, okay, so it's not this one. Oh, the last scene right before the fight. Okay. Okay, no worries. Although I forgot to actually equip things for him. Yeah, see, look at all those things he's missing. EP regen, which will be helpful, and more power to him. Yeah, just to make sure. We are not equipping swimsuit because I am not that confident with Junior's ability to beat Albedo with it, so it will make him stronger, but it makes him the defense debuff might hurt a lot. Alright, here we are. Yeah, creepy, huh? The monk. He's like, there is no one here to stop us. Let's go all out. Something like that. Hade. I'm not sure what Hade means, but anyway. So we have a few. Quite interested to see what he has. First, we'll analyze, and then we'll use Psycho Pocket. Weak versus physical attacks. Aura. Okay. Perfect. Nothing to steal. So... he's like it's like something like, don't hold back, like show me everything you've got. Okay, we're going to stock them. Ice Blast, that's gonna suck. Did nothing because I evaded. Yeah, he's like, what are you? I don't know. I know. I wish they subtitled the things he says, but it's like, what are you up to now? Or something like, what are you up to now? And I mean, I have to look it up in English because my Japanese is just so bad. Yeah, so he's gonna respond to every. Yeah, I can't self-boost, so... like, good, he says. Provocation, that sounds pretty scary. So we'll... stock up. Sick. Without your friends, what can you do? He's like, don't hold back, show me everything you've got. Like, what can you do without your friends here? Okay. I think he's saying like more. Huh? He's like, I'm sure you can't hold back anymore. Yeah, he just says, like, don't hold back, like, show me everything you've got. He's like, what are you hesitating for? I think it's what you're hesitating for. No. Miracle Star? Ow. I can't be satisfied like this. Come on. More. It is funny too. And he just keeps saying, that's the same one. Like, why don't you show me everything you've got? Because I want to stock. What can you do about your friends? Of course. Yes, I know. I'll show you everything I've got. Yeah, I can't sell. He's like, your special ability, only you can do it, Rubedo. Your kosei means like individuality in actual, if you were to be literal, but oftentimes like it's translated to be like your individual, your special ability, or like anything. In English it's also translated as quirk, especially for My Hero Academia. So if you are into Hero Aka or Japanese, or MHA if you're speaking an English speaker, what's called a quirk is a kose in Japanese. So that's the word he used. We'll stock again just for safety. Miracle Star is probably gonna hurt, but that's okay. We can tank this hit. This won't be a problem. Yes, I know. I won't hold back. I'll show you everything I've got. What am I hesitating for? Nothing. Yeah, I didn't have to do this because I probably could have finished him off, but it's okay. Just for safety. Yeah. He's like, isn't this great? This is great. This pain. Like, do it again. Okay. I will heal up first. That's why EP regen is so important in this fight. Like, come on. Like, you want... Kill me. Hurry. Yeah, I'm taking advantage of my EP regen to do this. Yeah, I know. I'll show you everything. Hi, Romeo. Welcome. What are you hesitating for? Hurry. Yeah, more is what every time he gets in. He's like, come on, kill me, hurry, 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 in Japanese. Not sure. Very curious how this fight actually ends. This is kind of an interesting setup where half the time he's not actually doing anything. Like, without anyone, any allies with you, like, what could you do all by yourself? Like, what are you doing? Kill me, kill me, kill me, hurry. Kill me, hurry, 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 yep. Okay, well, I don't really... Eternal Chain. Uh-oh. I don't know what Ichimakero means. Uh-oh. That looks scary. Ow. Alright, that ends this fight. Of course, we gained nothing. Took us a little bit of time. We URTVs are nothing but instruments of war, aren't we? Huh?
これもある意味解放と言えるな。少なくとももう誰の死にも怯えずに済む。
アルベド？
なんだよ、惨めな顔しやがって。まるで恋人に死に別れたみたいな面だ。
バカ野郎。
He's like, looks like Ela.
最初から。
何のことだよ。俺はお前もニグレドも大嫌いなんだ。ルベド、ニグレドの影に気をつけろ。
Oh.
あいつがウドゥに反応しない理由を考えるんだな。
許しますさ。
It's like he's been a little simple.
見ろよルベド、俺は自由だ。
Symbolically going to the afterlife. Oh, Sakura.
どうしたのルベド。
聞こえないんだ。右胸のもう一つの鼓動が聞こえなくなった。
だから泣いてるの？
ほっといてくれよ。俺は自分の半身をこの手で引きちぎったんだ。ここにいる俺はもう俺じゃないんだ。
ルベドはそんな弱い子だったの？そんなの私の知ってるルベドじゃないわ。
そんなこともうどうだっていいんだ。
立ってルベド。君を待っている人たちがいるわ。みんなの期待を裏切らないで。私との約束を思い出して。約束してください。必ず帰ってくるって。
Oh, right, Momo.
そうだったな、さくら。お前の妹を守るって約束したよな。俺は弟を守れなかった。でもまだ大事な人を守ることはできるんだ。
そうだよルベド。それでこそ私の大好きなルベドだよ。
大好き。
さくら、ありがとう。
Oh, Chaos is here.
ジュニア、さあ、みんなのところに帰ろう。
Oh, oh.
やっと彼に安らぎが訪れるのね。
ああ、でもこれで終わりじゃない。
そう、これからが始まり。
Hajimari?
今彼女たちを包む世界に小さな波紋が生まれたわ。この波紋がいずれ大きな波になる。彼女たちをも飲み込んでいく。
What is that supposed to mean? Oh, the Zohar? And yeah, did he talk? Jeez. Oops.
だからこそゆっくり休んでほしいんだ。束の間の安らぎだとしても。
Chaos knows a lot more than he's getting on, huh?
悪い、心配かけちまったかな。
Oh, he's getting scolded.
よかった、無事だったんですね。でも
約束だからな。と言っても気づいたらこいつに助けられてたんだ。また借りが増えちまった。
This Chaos. He knows a lot more than he.
彼とは仲直りできたのかな。
どうかな。あいつも俺もひねくれてるからな。最後まで大嫌いだって言ってたぜ。
Oh, that's true.
盛大な兄弟喧嘩だったわね。メリー様、ポイント 3E にゾハルを確認。シミュレーターとの座標を照合。93% の確率でミルチアにあったオリジナルと思われます。でかしたで。ワイヤーポット射出用意。ほな、最後の一っ働きや。みんな決まりや。警戒信号。中域周辺に異常を確認。
Oh, of course.
いや、しっかり報告し。ゾハル周辺中域に大規模な空間愛局を探知。大質量体がゲートアウトします。質量予測値増大。測定不能。通常空間に実数化します。グノーシス？そんなバカな。こんな巨大なグノーシスがおらんかいな。衝撃波来ます。
Is it those guys?
来るよ。
Oh, this guy.
運ぶねだ。
Abel's art. They do love Cain. Talk about Cain and Abel, or in Japanese you hear it's Abe. For English speakers, it's Abel generally. He never had an arc in the Bible, though. But this looks pretty fearsome. Uh-oh. Is it here to retrieve the Zohar? Oh, I should have known. Just because we released the Zohar doesn't mean that it would be safe. Uh-oh. Oh, Chaos is observing.
久しぶりだね、イエオーシュア。君から来てくれるとは嬉しいよ。しかし、干渉しないんじゃなかったのかい。
決めたよ。僕はもう迷わない。
Oh? His real name is Yeshua?
君がやっと舞台に上がってくれて。
Oh. I think Yeshua is the Hebrew word to say the name Joshua, but I'm not actually sure. Oh? Wait, did we finish the game? That's the end? Oh shoot. We're not even like halfway through through the stream. Let's listen in though.
あのさ、ブリッジでさ、犬飼ってもいいよな。犬？おい、こっち来い。
Oh, he got a dog?
こいつアビってんだ。アルビノだからアビ。
Oh, Albie.
なんか不敵な面構えやなこいつ。
He named him.
誰かに似てあんまり言うことは聞かねえかな。
Right, he kind of named him after Albedo, of course, in remembrance. Oh, there's the Dr. Misa.
ただいまです。
しばらくはモモと暮らしてみようと思います。有事には再びこの子の護衛をお願いしたいのですが、以後のご予定は？
代表理事の行為で身柄は空海ファウンデーション付けとなっています。デュランダルに駐留し、モモの要請があれば最優先で執行するようにと。
Oh.
そのための延命処理も施されることになりました。
Oh, he really is going to go for it.
性ですか？
Helmer? Or actually, who?
無論小さい方だ。
ちび兄ちゃんですね。
No, of course, it's... Never mind. It's Rubedo. Or Junior. No.
やっぱり行くんだ。
今回の一連の事件、これで終わりとは思えなくてね。
Nah.
教皇の言い残したオルムスという組織のことも気になりますし。
Right.
古本屋、やっぱり半年持たなかったね。今度もまた半年で商売がええなんてことないでしょうね。
Oh, I know. No bookstore this time.
努力はしてみますよ。ただ、果たして時が半年も待ってくれるか。なんてね。
And he's just like, just kidding.
兄さん。気をつけてね。
First time she said something nice about him. Chaos is gonna go out to the stage now. So Shion and Alan and Cosmos have to say goodbye to Captain Matthews. Senpai. Oh hey. So mean.
なんかもう大変でしたね。
大変なんてもんじゃないよ。一階の研究者には濃すぎる。ああ、たっぷりと休暇を取りたい。
あ、アレンさんの休暇は当分先です。報告書山ほど溜まってますから。
Oh.
マジですか？
さあコスモス、私たちも帰ろうか。我が家に。
Time to go back to Second Militia for now. This does remind me that I believe, I don't know if Soraya Saga was involved in this game, but I think she's generally was involved. I think she is. So the other thing is, I think recently she announced she's going to retire from video game writing for family reasons. It's just kind of sad, but like it's just something I just remembered reading. I was like, oh no. I think she hasn't really written anything for video games in a long time, in a while anyway, so probably this was kind of coming. Anyway, as you know, this game was produced by Namco. Xenosaga is owned by... Oh.
これが九段の愛し。しかし欠損が多いね。あのレアリエンの主データベースはあいつやユーティック機関が洗いざらい探したはずだぜ。彼の触れたのは深層意識までだ。深層意識のさらに下、無意識領域の最下層、ウーヌスムンズスにその答えがあるというのかい。おそらく。
These guys.
まあ、そういうことにしておこうか。ロストエルサレムへの道が開かれたとき、コスモスは目覚める。で、あいつはどうする？
These guys.
欲しいと言っただろう。だとさ、よかったな、相棒。ようこそザラトゥーストラを紡ぐ者よ。
Huh? 。 of course, is to be continued. We have an episode 3 to go to. Yeah, we're going to save the clear data now. Oh, so much foreshadowing, but like talking about stuff that's kind of over our heads because we haven't done it. Should we do the post? I mean, how long is the post game done? If it's super long, I'm too lazy. I don't really care that much. Okay, well, you just get out. I'm glad we have the clear data, though. We'll definitely keep hanging on to that. What happens if I load it, though? The robot part is not too far in the dungeon. Okay, if we can get there pretty quickly, then we'll just do it. Oh, okay. Oh, you're here. Excellent. Huh? You playing another crazy scheme, you old kook? I have something important to talk to you about. Will you come with me? Okay, then fine. We can probably get it done. I'll show you a little bit of it but I'm not gonna... I will set aside time to do the review anyway, so since we're at the end of the game. The time has finally come for me to explain the true reason behind why I've dedicated myself to the construction of a giant robot. Huh? You're really worked up today. What's up? There is a man who I think is my twin brother. Your twin brother? That sounds pretty interesting. The reason I think he is well, it's a bit of a long story, but if you meet him, you'll understand why I can't help thinking he's my twin. So, you're saying this twin of yours acts just like you? That's a scary thought. The problem is that he has this grand evil scheme that utilizes the forbidden devices, and it will shake the universe to its very core. Aha, so you decided to take a stand. Of course, even though I think of him as my twin brother, he's not really related to me, and it's not like he's my responsibility or anything. He's not his brother's keeper, is he? But there's actually another reason. Huh? Hey, you got me all excited about the twin brother thing for nothing. Turns out he's making a giant robot too. And its name is... Dark Erd Kaiser. Cool, that definitely sounds evil. And by the way, I was also going to say about the ending. Let me think. Well, anyway. Actually, I lost my train of thought. Oops. But yeah, I was gonna... yes, now I remember what I was gonna say. The gathering of those people from... How was it? Testament? I can't forget the organization of these really strong guys that the Patriarch couldn't even deal with. It does remind me a lot of a meeting in Xenogears. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've played it as well. The greeting of shadowy figures in hoods seems to be... it seems to have carried over to this game too. But yeah, there's also the Cain and Abel thing is also kind of important. But it's kind of interesting. We've only talked about Abel in this game, so in this game series, so it's not exactly the same as the parallel back in Cain in Xenogears. But I won't spoil too much of Xenogears because Xenosaga does not assume that you've played Xenogears. But let's just say it's quite interesting. Also, Xenogears, it's been so long since I played it, so like some of the plot details are a little lost to me now, but probably I'd have to reread up again. Anyway, getting back to this kind of interesting, we've chosen that this is a comedy dungeon, of all things. So, I was thinking, if I fight evil with my giant robot, I could win the respect and adoration of billions of people throughout the galaxy. Or at least a country club membership. Hey, wait a minute. Don't you think you've got your priorities mixed up? At any rate, I have but one aim. The Dark Professor. I will defeat the Dark Professor and save the universe from the clutches of evil. Alright, that's what I was waiting to hear. So, where is this Dark Professor? Well, despite my best research, I have been unable to determine the whereabouts of the Dark Professor. If I ask my friend the other professor who lives on Second Miltia, he should be able to help you locate the Dark Professor. The time has come for me to show my true powers. Oh. Okay, gotcha. We'll give you a hand. Okay. I don't even know what to make of this. I just feel like this is like, yes, anyway, I remember the fight was a very underwhelming, and like it's basically kind of like a victory lap, I guess. I didn't really need EP regen and all that fancy stuff, but so it's basically like, unless Junior is severely underleveled, like it's completely a winnable fight. Like, you really can't lose. Essentially, Albedo is just asking you to beat him, kill him, so it's quite interesting. The Professor told me that the fate of the universe lies in your hands. Please put an end to the Dark Professor's ambitions. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I am very surprised to decide to make a comedy post-game dungeon. You'd think it'd be something interesting, but man, and I don't think the comedy is quite landing as much. I'm not really laughing. It's just kind of like, what? It's just so random. Fine, but I'll show you a little bit of it. Why not? Yeah, this comedy doesn't really work all that well, to be honest. Let's go to South Miltia. And I'll make this quick. Mercifully, I mean, I really don't want to spend a ton of time on this, because I'm really not invested. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, we are not done with the Omega system for now. I mean, is the post-game dungeon really hard? That's another question. Are we going to have to grind 50 levels to get to it? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You can beat the dungeon with... You can actually beat the game. No, it's not really hard. Okay. Cool. That's what I like to hear. I like things easy. Especially, like, for stuff that I'm not invested in. Fine. Well, I think that's as far as we'll show you. I don't really care about... If you remember, the other side quests were sleep-inducing, so I think I'm gonna be done. After this, we really are not gonna go for 100% completion. Especially for stuff that doesn't really matter for the story or the characters. It's basic. Oh, you actually get to see the... Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't get to see the performance. About the old lady who can dance really awesome. So that's cool. You get to see a little bit how they... Neat. Okay, cool. Sorry, I guess we accidentally got to show you the little performance. It's... okay, I guess. Man, the budget this game. Anything that isn't main quest kind of got... Anyway, here's the other professor. Ah, that Hakushin. So he's finally made up his mind to find Dark. Huh? Who the heck is Hakushin? Hakushin's the one who's going to fight Dark, right? Hakushin Light, also known as the Professor. He's a genius scientist who suddenly disappeared after graduating at the top of his class at the University of Bormio. But he never ceased communicating with me. He, Dark, and I were in the same graduating class at the university. Anyway, if Hakushin has given his permission, then I must give you this. You obtain Sequencer B. Sequencer B is the key to unlock the Yellow Forbidden device. If you find the Yellow Forbidden device, try using it. I'll also remove the lock to the Green Forbidden device in this research facility. If you obtain Sequencer A, you'll be able to dive with it. Okay. Cool. Okay. I guess I can... use the EVs to go back to the... EVS to go back to Orma's stronghold. Okay. Alright, we gotta do some legwork. Fortunately, there's an EVS out here. Or, I think it's EMS, actually, but it's fine. I know what you're talking about. I'm going to save to... separately off the clear. Or sorry, it's the UMN, but it's EVs you talk as in the robots. Okay, here we are at the robot Orma's stronghold. Well, what do we do here? Oh wait, is it the thing that was we could go to dive? Like, I remember it's on the right, if I remember. We couldn't do anything with it before. Yeah, let's just kill this thing. It should be pretty easy at this point. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bye. Oh. Oh, okay. Bye. I'm really glad at least the final boss did not involve a ES. So at least we were, but yeah, the real final boss is the Patriarch, of course. And then Albedo's basically for fun. Like pretty much a scripted fight. Yeah, they're not gonna kill anyone with that. Okay, they're very weak again. Nice. Wow. Okay. Let's go here. Alright, let's commence the dive. Encephalon dive. So is this going to be the post-game dungeon that we need to go to? Alright, let's get the robot part quickly. Because frankly, the less time I spend on this, the better. It's nice that they have... Ow. No. Dang, they're hitting really hard. If the enemies are too tough, then we don't have to do this. Might have been tougher than I thought. Yeah, well, we'll see. They will just take a long time. Dang. What the heck? Wow. Dang. Oh. Why is he dying? I guess he was poisoned. Yikes. Oh, we can't escape either. Oh, it's poison. That's why. It is. That's what I thought. I forgot. You can get poisoned in mobile suits? That's interesting. I did not know that. Oh, yeah. We might be in trouble. By the way. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's brutal. I mean, it's also... I mean, should we skip the enemies then? I mean, we don't have to go through every sand thing. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I like how they actually have a whole summary for this silly side quest that takes the point. That is... Yeah, we're not gonna fight anything, essentially. Just that one you couldn't escape, but let's see, hopefully we'll be in better shape. Yeah, just don't open that one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see if we can fight it on its own without them double attacking, which would really suck. Beam seems to be most effective against them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think melee attacks make sense. Ow. Yeah, this is going a lot better, at least. Ow. My gosh. They hit like that move hits like a truck. Fortunately, we were able to do a better job here. Guess we can exit the ES. Do we have it? Yeah, we have segment address number 8. We found it, but we can't do anything there. Oh. I guess that's where the parts are. My goodness, if it takes another side quest to get it, I think we will just stop here. I'm sorry, I know sounds really negative, that I'm like kind of like really reluctant to progress. But it's just that the side quests really are not that fun, unfortunately. There's actually a few locations we didn't find in the end, but... So you're all Xenosaga. I mean, just this game in particular, Episode 2. I had more fun in Episode 1, and Episode 1 was more compelling from a story standpoint. It just feels like this game... They're introduced lots of stuff, but you don't really get attached to anybody outside of the cast you're already familiar with, to be honest. And because the story content is so little, you don't... I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe next one will be better. Oh yeah, everyone says that the Episode 3 is a lot better. It's basically a redemption for this... It's the best, because... There's a boss in the waterworks. Oh, we gotta go all the way out, huh? Oh, man. Is it a hard boss? Yeah, we have to get out then. Oh, no. I think we have to dive out and then escape out. I know it's silly, but... I guess we can chest the boss out, but like... If it's as easy as Albedo, that'd be great, but I don't think it will be. Now that we've dived out, we can escape out now. Okay, at least we found it. Oh, waterworks. Okay, let's just see how this is. Okay, waterworks is down here, I think. I forget now. Oh no, this might be electricity. That might be the electricity, actually. I think waterworks is the other one. First area of the waterworks, elevator in the back. Alrighty, let's do it. I forget, don't you have to go all the way to... Oh, right, you have to do this maze again. Oh my goodness gracious. Not again. I fully forget how to do this each time. No, it's not this one. Oh, it's been so long. Oh my goodness. Here. Oh, it takes forever. I mean, they should let you just warp to the elevator. Seriously, this is so slow. Sorry, guys, it's been a while since I've been here. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit demotivated now. I'll humor this a little bit more, but if the boss is too hard, it's just not worth it. I think this is the way backwards, yeah. I think so. There's Glenn, I believe. You probably already know this, but lately there's been one weird thing after another going on in the water conditioning tanks. We've looked into the cause and it seems like something is wrong in water conditioning tank B. Sometimes you hear loud noises coming from the room and nobody wants to get close to it. Will you check it out for me? Sure. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Oh, it's a GSC. Here, take this. You obtained the water conditioning tank B key. It's in the water conditioning tank B is in the southeast section of the floor below. I wonder what's going on in that room. I have a bad feeling about this, so be careful. Oh, right. I forget if it's easy to get to southeast. Funny how I always try to get you to do overtime and fail, but Hugh lets you do it with via tantalizing it as a secret boss. Well, I'm actually not overtime, so that's the only reason I'm humoring this. Game. Alright, I remember we have to get all the way. I don't even remember how to do this. I'm going to count this overtime so you fit this main story. Technicalities. I'm just joking. How do I do this again? Oh my goodness. I don't even remember the pathway anymore. Well, hopefully the next game will be more interesting. Pete is the one that does all that's doing, you're like enticing us with like, hey, you can go to. Anyway, here is the. Oh wait, not the valve. Sorry, it's. Oh, I forgot. You have to go. Stupid. This stupid dungeon or maze. Why, game? Why do you do this to me? I just don't even. Seriously, this If this super boss becomes really obnoxious, then I forget it. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. Like, if it's not even an interesting side quest. I would get super lost too. I feel like I should do this. Just what I'm thinking. All the grills. Oh, there's a cutscene for it too? Dang. They wanted this to be a super boss. Wow, they... 25,000? Okay. Okay, let us see what this does. The Wraith Fire. Okay, skill upgrades. Neat. Is weak against fire? Okay. Okay. I hate when it drains EP. Lame. I guess we'll beat up the feelers, I think. So we don't have to deal with them. Oh, he's casting quick too. That's a bad sign. Oh. Yeah, that's annoying. Fortunately, stock can restore it. Horizontal strike. Okay, did okay damage. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, no, yeah, that's also one thing don't like about episode 2 is that pretty much this is a strat. This is the strat. Just stalk a lot and then beat up thing, and it's like, it's like whatever. Although for Cosmos, I will actually use the X-Buster because there's so many of them. Make sure not to game over in this. Why? What's happening if you do? Oh, okay, it's actually pretty weak. Dang, I could have killed it in that short amount of time. Oops. Downforce L heavy. There's a really bad glitch that might reset the game. Oh, that's kind of lame. Wow, it's okay. They're pretty weak. Okay, never mind. Let me see what happens if you do hit attack. Oh, it's not that. Okay. Okay. That's quite interesting. I think it's like it's a virus, so it's supposed to do this. Not really sure. Oh, it restored one. Okay, fine. I'm Momo, so I'll just kill this thing. I wonder if that's a joke, that's the virus. I might have... Yeah, it might be just be better to have a Cosmos continue to just use X-Buster to kill these things. It's faster, it seems. Because just stalking takes too long. I don't have quick on her, do I? No, I don't. Yeah, that way I just focus on... Yeah, I think this will be the quicker way to victory. Otherwise, this thing... I mean, this doesn't seem to do anything, though. Horizontal's literally the only thing that can do any damage. Like, unless they does a super move or something. But I don't know. Yeah, heal yourself, Momo. Okay, that can kind of do damage. Fine. Fine. Sorry, I questioned you. Yeah, you're gonna do Medica all to make sure we're okay. Okay, now it's time to do more weird stuff now. That's why we should do this. X-Bluster again. It's draining HP now. Which kind of sucks. Oops. I just realized I was Cosmos. Oops. I think I should just use regular attacks on this thing. Yeah, they're not worth attacking, it seems. I think it is wasting time. But I don't know, it's like... They do regenerate, but I'm like, I see. I think Cosmos isn't that great at hurting it. It's better to let the ladies continue. Ouch. That sucks. Oh, she might be dead. Maybe that's why you can't. Yeah, Cosmos might be better at hitting the other ladies are a little better at damaging it. I don't know. Yeah, we have to revert. Ah, that sucks. That stinks. Because they do the most damage against it. Oh, boost. Interesting. Oh, it's okay. I don't know anyone else who will be useful. Shion and Ziggy, interesting. Ow. Oh, that sucks. This could be bad. This could be bad. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one. But anyway. Aye. You better Ziggy. Sure. Fire and Thunder Sword are good. Yeah, I know it's weak against fire. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Neat. Trying to think here. probably has to heal herself, honestly. Ow. Yeah, lame. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Ow. Not sure what that's gonna do for you, dude, but sure, go for it. Okay, I think we can just use regular attacks to finish it off. Okay, that should take care of it. Ugh, that was disgusting. Alright, let's continue on. Well, more levels the better, I guess. Ugh, that was annoying. Water conditioning tank B is currently sealed. Yay, okay. What a pain. And now the even more pain. Because we gotta walk all the way back. Oh yeah. Fun stuff. Hiding your way out is harder than the fight, lol. Yeah, seriously. Good thing I kind of memorized it. Ay. Yes, please, get me out of here. I just want a quick warp out. I did all your bidding. I fought your monster. Get me out of here, man. Get me out of here. Anyway, I beat it. What? The water conditioning nanomachines went out of control and attacked you? I've heard rumors about things like that, but I never thought it would happen here. Okay, GSC done. Anyway, we've really caused some trouble for you. This really isn't enough to express our thanks, but go ahead and take it. Okay, got Decoder 8. You know, we humans think we can completely control these machines, but suddenly they turn on you. It's kind of scary that this sort of thing could happen to any of us at any time. Nanomachines. He can't give more, man. That's just... He's just a worker. Alright, let's get out of here. We have Decoder 8. Now we can go back to the Ormus stronghold, and then... Oh my goodness. And then, like, go all the way. It's so annoying. Check out his pockets he's holding out. Yeah, that's... I'm gonna take from him. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I remember it's this way. Yeah, they don't like... This game doesn't believe in quick warping for this minigame. Terrible minigame. It's not even much of a minigame. It's just literally a maze. And you walk so slow. The running speed in this game is a huge issue too. It's too slow. So it's just like, come on, really? Okay. Now we can go to the UMN and oh my goodness. So Decoder 8 has the robot part, right? Or the, sorry, the door number 8. Oh my goodness. What are we doing this for, honestly? I know, seriously, that's so annoying. So to complete the robot, you have to... Totally not worth it. Alright. Like, seriously, I agree. Instead of the robot parts, you could have gotten the rewards or something, but I know. Game is never that nice. Let's do it again. Now we gotta walk at the speed of slow. Seriously, I just want to get to the dive and then kill the thing and then move on with our lives. Seriously. I will do the review today though. I think I don't want to save it for another stream. Oh. These enemies are super easy. Can't run away. Kind of a funky theme for here. Alright, we need to get to the door. First we have to kill this thing. Again. 2 of them. Oh, of course we can't do it. Oh, of course. Of course. They decide to be ultra mean and give us 2 of them. Yeah, it's random, unfortunately. Please don't kill me. Why do you suck? Ow. One down, 1 to go. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Rush that one. Yeah, ESs are really boring to fight with. You just kind of spam. Wow, nice. Ow. Yeah, basically, as you see, that's basically the way to do it. You just kind of spam. Spam, spam, spammy, spam. Okay. Now we can finally get the... Doesn't this reset the... you know what? Whatever. Let's grab the part. Robot part body. Yay. Now you guess it respawns. Of course it does. Sure, let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, we have robot part, right arm, left arm, right leg, left leg, head, and body. That should be for all of them, right? Neat. Okay. Yeah, we gotta beat this thing again. Okay, just one. Let's kill this thing. Ow. Of course, the one that's the most vulnerable. Okay, not impossibly hard to beat, but nothing crazy. Alright, let's get out of here. Don't think I'm going to bother with the Dark Professor. It seems like too much work. I'm just kind of demotivated. So, forget about it. I'm not curious enough to see what that other chest goes to, so... Neat. Okay. Alright, I think we go back to the Elsa. Really hope I'm going the right way, but you know. I'll unlock the Type A Arm Ether skill. Earth stored for Shion. First, there's something I want to tell you. Wow. See, Professor? They're angry. They look like a pretty tough bunch of guys, too. Are you sure it was okay to do something like this? Ha ha ha. Of course it's alright. After all, a genius scientist like me is helping them repair their ship. They should be thanking me. Or maybe not. Look, they're coming this way. I'll let you handle this, Professor. In the confusion surrounding the repairs of the Elsa, the Professor and Assistant Scott joined the ship's crew. The Professor even transferred the Robot Academy from the Foundation to the Elsa. The Professor's next plan went into operation without anyone stopping him. But just when it seemed everything was going smoothly, the Elsa's captain, Matthews, approached the Professor. What are you going to do, Assistant Scott? What are you going to do, Professor? Okay. Hey, geezer. Captain, lay off him. He's just a little old man. I can't look. Who the hell gave you permission to build something like this inside my ship? See, Professor, I told you. That's a good question there, Sonny. Huh? Let me ask you this. You approved Stage 2 of my grand plan for the mobile fortress Elsa, did you not? Huh? Yeah, I guess a mobile fortress does need a giant robot. You all think so too, right? Yeah, I guess it does need a giant robot, huh? Yeah, it sure does. So, there you have it. Huh? Oh, I see. Haha, yeah, gotcha. You understand too, right, Tony? Oh, yeah, right on. This is great. I never thought that was the reason. What the hell are you talking about? Matthews continued to berate the Professor for constructing the Robot Academy inside the Elsa. The Professor tried to use his charming ways to talk his way out of the situation, but he was unable to deceive the crew of the Elsa. Now, Professor, how will you get out of this predicament? Find out in the next episode. Oh my, this is getting silly. Oh, I know. Come on, let's move on. I appreciate your help in repairing the Elsa and all, but where the hell did you get the money to build this lab? I can't tell you that. Now that I think about it, Professor, when we went out to get parts the other days, you were humming, "I'm the great Matthews" the whole time. Oh man, it sounds like we're going to be in debt for a long time. What? Did you? Hey, geezer, did you buy parts under my name? Yep, that's why he's in big debt. There's a good reason. A reason, huh? It better be brilliant or I'm tossing you out the airlock. I received an odd challenge the other day. It said that he was going to use the Encephalon to conquer the world. That doesn't sound very friendly. It was probably just a joke, or you have some reason to think it wasn't, geezer. Haha, even someone like the Professor wouldn't be involved in something like that, right? In fact, I do have such a reason. Huh? The Dark Professor. He is the only one who could possibly hold such an evil ambition. I wonder if this is supposed to happen before they talk about the Dark Professor, but I guess maybe not. Damn it seems like we've gotten mixed up in some kind of trouble again. In order to stop his evil doings, I must create a robot that is even more powerful than Kaiser. So I thought being in space would be much more convenient for doing that than staying on the Foundation. The Dark Professor. So the Professor was actually fighting real evil? The crew of the Elsa is more anxious than ever before. Will Matthews allow the professor to create a giant robot on board the Elsa? On board the Elsa? Don't take your eyes off the Robot Academy. Bring any robot parts you find to the professor. Which we have, so fortunately that will be easy. Modify the body into which type? I don't know. Type A? I'll process the body into type A. But first, there's something I want to tell you. Dark, do you know anything about this, Assistant Scott? It's all just a study. This is the first time I've heard of it, too. I never thought the professor was really fighting against evil. I thought I was just being dragged along for one of his crazy plans. Which is pretty much what everyone else was also thinking. Have you finally realized my greatness? Please, Captain, lend me your aid for just a little while longer so that I may rid this world of evil. Okay, Professor, you got it. We'll help you. You can use the facilities here however you want. Haha, I like a man who's easy to talk to. But I do have one request. What's that? If you manage to make any extra money on that giant robot, you help me repay my debt. Extra money? What is this guy talking about? Oh well, I'll worry about that when the time comes. Leave it to me. I fully intend to reward you for your kindness. Alright, it's settled then. So, where is that dark guy anyway? Well, that's a good question. I wonder where he is. So the professor and Assistant Scott began building their giant robot on board the Elsa. Just who is this Dark that the professor speaks of? You'll just have to see for yourselves. The completion of the legendary giant robot is not too far away. Will the professor accomplish his true objective and complete the giant robot? Tune in next time for the final episode. Okay, we should have... Whoa, pew! Somebody needs a bath. Oh, okay. Aha! You have finally assembled all the robot parts. Professor, congratulations. You've taken your first step towards that membership in the Milsha Country Club you've been dreaming of. Shh! What are you saying? That makes it sound like I'm looking for these robot parts for my own benefit. Don't talk like that about me. I like how the assistant's throwing him under the bus. What? But you're always talking about drinking and golfing and... Shut it! Huh. There comes a time when a man must show the world what he can do. Professor! Now... Oh, she was like... You're a professor. Now Assistant Scott will worship me once again. Worship! Okay. Professor, you're not in character. Right. Anyway, let's go. This is such a weird thing. Here we go, Assistant Scott. Begin transformation. Okay, Professor. Set transformation. Well, at least we built a new version of the robot now. My life's work, the Erd Kaiser Fury, is now complete. I can't wait to find out what kind of robot it turns out to be once it's actually used. Okay. Damn that Dark. Oh, it's nothing. I was just talking to myself. Okay. What is this threat to the universe that the professor's talking about? Okay. What do I do? Or is there nothing to do? I don't know. Let's take a look at it, at least. It's probably in the inventory. Or not. What do we do with it? Oh my goodness, this is starting to take too much time. Honestly, I'm kind of getting... I'm not really sure I care that much, but... My dream of so many years has finally come true, and its name is Erd Kaiser Fury. When you think it sounds strong, doesn't it? Do I just... Okay. Okay. Well, guys, I don't know what to do now. So, I guess that's it? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. She's saying that to use it in battle. Okay, sure. Fine, we'll do it. Let's at least demonstrate it. Yeah, I don't really... whatever. I don't know, it's... I mean, they're trying to copy like a Sentai, but I don't... like one of those Sentai shows, but it doesn't really... I don't think it's really all that successful, to be honest. I just find with Shion. Ah, it's an ether skill. I see. Oh wait, it's a Shion ether skill, like he was saying. Shion, your commands. Alright. Let's use Erd Kaiser Fury. Or Erd Kaiser X in Japanese. That does look pretty funny. Wow. Okay. That's pretty strong. That was easy. Okay, well, I mean, it does use 50 EP. Neat. Alright, guys. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Let me just load. Yay! Well, at least we showed off the Erd Kaiser Fury. The most powerful ether skill that, the ultimate ether skill for... You recommend playing Pied Piper before episode 3? Interesting. Is that even streamable? All right. But anyway, so I guess that's going to be it, guys, for this playthrough. So I am going to go ahead and end the playthrough here. So now that we are done with this game, that's a fan remake which is highly regarded. Okay, I will check that out sometime, and maybe if we can stream it, that'd be great. Anyway, I will say that we will end the playthrough here. So now we're going to go ahead and move to part of the stream that I usually do after every game while the game is fresh in my memory. So we have a bit of time, so I'm going to go ahead and do the review, well, now. I might as well. We're not actually at the 2-hour mark either, even with all this silliness. Okay, so, well, I guess we will, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it the volume. I can lower it a little bit, I guess. Actually, I think I'll just leave it like this. It has nice background music for a review. Alright, so for a reviews of RPGs like this one, normally I split it into the categories of story, graphics, sound, and gameplay in that order. And then I talk about it, and then at the end, I don't give number reviews. I really am very much against it because frankly, I find them very unhelpful. And like, what makes someone's what a number is or number isn't when all the person cares about is like, do you like it? Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? You know, that's much more useful to you as someone about whether or not to play a certain game. Anyway, we'll go ahead and begin with the story part. I find this game, like, unlike episode 1 had some really interesting ideas. Like, of course, I'm assuming you've at least seen episode 1. If not, you can go look at it. But like, episode 1 has the Gnosis and like a really like grand thread. It's a very epic tale, and it ends in the Albedo fight. Funny enough, this game also ends in the Albedo fight, but not nearly as epic as that one either. But I don't know, like, there's, as mentioned before, the story content is pretty sparse, and frankly, any new character that gets introduced isn't really all that interesting. They introduced Kanan, who is a new character. In episode 2, it feels like they set him up to do interesting things, but really he just kind of ends up in the background. And I mean, that kind of like how most of the, like, there's Orguya, like, look at her, she has a really interesting design. Oh well, she died, and that's it. You don't even talk about it. So like, there's a lot of I don't know, like, you can tell like there's just some budget cuts, and like the story isn't represented in the best way possible, so it's just kind of very short. And like, they have them, even like there's a part where there's part where the story content is actually turned into a little like a recap, and they recap with material that seems like we should have heard it like earlier, like when Jean and Kanan joined the team, and don't even get to hear them talk about it. So it's just like so much of stuff is just cut, and like it just feels like it feels cheap, and like I think it's mostly, I guess it's a symptom of like what actually happened for this game's development, like, because like the fact that episode 1 didn't quite meet, I guess I don't think it met sales targets. It did well, no, don't get me wrong, but I think people were expecting Xenogears levels of sales, and they didn't get Xenogears levels of sales, so they cut the budget. So it just feels like the budget cuts, like, I mean, I may be wrong, like, that's my interpretation of what the events, how the events happened, but like, yeah, I don't know, like, the story's kind of like, the new characters are not really all that interesting. I mean, yeah, the patriarch is okay, I guess, but he's just seemingly wants power. And then they introduce these new villains as well, and they seem to be going to do something really interesting, but we don't know it yet. There's no real. It's kind of a setup for now. And like, I don't think we've even talked about, like, I guess they mentioned that Jean couldn't save their parents, but we don't really get to see that scene, so I'm kind of surprised we didn't get to see more about that. So like, it doesn't feel like, a lot of things are just feels like it's just really rushed and chopped up. I know that I think there's a lot of things, and then we have like the whole Fabronia thing. And like, did we even see that character in episode 1? I don't even know. Like, Shion's clearly broken up about it, but we don't have any like context for that. So like, I mean, I could be wrong and I just forgot, but I feel like that's some emotional stuff that we should know, but we don't. So I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like kind of a mess. Like, the story is just not really there. Like, it's not, there's just like a lot of there's like things that I feel like needed more context added for it. And I know they're trying to, we were just trying to pursue the Zohar and make sure it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. Unfortunately it does, so I mean, everything that could go wrong is kind of the point of Xenosaga. It feels like there's not much Gnosis this time either. So I find that quite interesting. Despite it being so like present in the previous game either. And like, it is nice that I think the more interesting, Rubedo is just a lot more important in this one. Or he's very important, actually. I mean, he was important in episode 1, but like, especially this game, like, Shion is kind of important, but I feel like it's a lot of it, Junior takes up a lot of the story, and so it's really mostly his tale, actually. And like, he finally concludes with the end of Albedo, where Albedo essentially is essentially pretty much getting himself killed, because the fight is pretty much like a victory lap at that point. So that's kind of interesting. Like, a lot of things just like, I do feel like there's just so many things that are not explained well. I'm not even sure like what Albedo connecting with the Uru, like, I guess it allowed him to evolve beyond, like, because like to a higher plane of existence. But like, I don't know, like, it's just a lot of stuff is just thrown at you and they're not really well explained. I feel like that's Xeno loves throwing these concepts at you with philosophical concepts, but it's just like, I don't think episode 2 does a really good job of explaining itself. So we're kind of like having to wonder what's going on based on the pieces we're given. So I just feel like it's really not not that great. Like, I don't think the story is that great. I'm sorry. I think it's really suffered. So let's move on to, that's all I really have to say about the story. I mean, there's not really any characters that I really care about. Like, I guess Jin is kind of interesting, because he's attached to as a Shion's brother. I guess we'll go to graphics. I mean, the graphics look fine for PS2. It looks pretty decent. Like, I definitely think, like, they definitely try to improve over the previous game. I don't really have too much to say. It doesn't look, it definitely, of course, you can definitely tell it's a PS2 game, but they definitely try to like, the designs look cool. Like, that is one thing that hasn't changed for Xenosaga, is that the designs look cool. The models look fine, I guess. It's interesting they've kind of gone with like, because of the new character designs, it looks kind of interesting. And like, they try, like, the cutscenes are still really powerful, even though you can tell, like, of course they're dated, but they given what the PS2's abilities, I think they're actually pretty well done. Let me think. So I really don't have anything bad to say. Like, it's usually easy to tell where you can walk. There are some times where it's a little bit weird. I feel like that's just like sometimes because of the way things are laid out, it's kind of hard to tell where's the pathways to go through. So I feel like that's kind of a common problem with these kind of RPGs. And like the battle graphics are fine. Like they're not like they're pretty good. I don't really have much to say about it actually. I can't think of like for this time period. This is totally like still looks pretty. It still holds up pretty well too. Compared like it's definitely compared to like the PS1. This does remind me of like the character designs. The character designs are a little strange. I think it's just really jarring jumping from. I mentioned it during the stream too. Jumping from the Tanaka Sensei's designs to this character designs, and then they made Shion lose her glasses. What a shame. That's kind of one of her the distinct things about her. So she looks like a completely different design. It doesn't really follow well. I'm just like, and Cosmos does not look right. I don't know. It just bothers me. It still bothered me all the way to now. But I mean, it is what we're given. But like, it's very strange. So, but I know that's kind of a little bit tangential to graphics. So, yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're good. I don't think I have a problem with them. For the most part, I think the game still holds up pretty well to this day. It's early 2000s and PS2. Let's talk about sound really quickly. I mean, I don't have much to say other than the sound effects are fine. They get the job done. And then like the music is still some really good tracks. There are definitely some of the more forgettable ones, but like for the most part, I do like that they fixed one thing about Episode 1. Episode 1 had very little music. It was very, very strange. Like there was a distinct lack of music in some places, so it was a very quiet game, and then like not in a good way, where it's like there should be music here. Where is the music? Why is it so quiet? So they definitely fixed that for this game. So I really did appreciate that. So there's music everywhere. Can't think. The soundtrack is still pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's. I wonder if I forget if Episode 2 had Mitsuda as the composer. Give me one sec. I'm actually kind of curious because there was too much going on in the credits that I did not get a chance to really look at the credits while it was happening, and I'm too lazy to dig out to redo the Albedo fight to look at the credits again. You could look it on YouTube too. So yeah, no, they're not. Oh, no wonder. It's interesting. No, it's not Mitsuda. So, Episode 2 had Kajiura Yuki. I think she's... Isn't that... that's actually a good question. I, like... That name sounds familiar. Isn't she Is it for anime? Other anime as well? Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. She's in a lot of other. So Yuki Kajiura is Okay, no, never mind. I just remembered wrong. She's mostly she's mostly known for Xenosaga. I think I'm mixing it up with another composer, but that's pretty cool. So it's Kajiura Sensei, and the other one is a very interesting choice for Hosoe Shinji. He's actually a character. I didn't actually know he was on this game, but I guess given the sound of some of the tracks, I shouldn't have been surprised. He's in a lot of different games. I know him for like his tracks in music games like Beatmania and TG Max, but like it it's kind of interesting, but you guys might know him in the video game world as the composer for the music for the Zero Escape series. So Zero Escape is like kind of like a very story driven and puzzle driven game. So those are some great tracks, really really good. So that's probably why I didn't actually know he was on this soundtrack. It doesn't sound like his usual fare, but maybe some of the sounds actually kind of sound like they could be his. But yeah, the music's pretty fine. Like, I don't think there's not any that stands out as like I really love it, but it's definitely appreciated to hear these tracks for sure. But I'm not gonna say it's the best like RPG soundtrack I've ever heard, but like at least like it's nice enough. I'm very curious to see how 3 will be, because I think 3 carries over the same composers. Yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda is not involved with this one, unlike episode 1, so won't be hearing stuff that sounds like it belongs to Xenoblade or Chrono Trigger. But anyway, like that's like the sound, like I have no problem. The voice acting sounds not. I haven't played in English voice acting, which is an interest. If you play in English, you'll have different voice actors from episode 1, which is kind of unfortunate. They kind of fixed that in episode 3, but it's a little bit unfortunate for that. They won't sound the same. In Japanese, we didn't have that problem, so we had the same voice actors carrying over, so they did fine. I mean, I don't really have much to say. And so props to both of Albedo's voice actors, both young and old. Wonderful job. Great, probably among the best performances in the game, so cannot go wrong with that. It's always fun to see an excellent, like, unhinged performance. So props to the two voice actors, voice actress and voice actor for Albedo. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about gameplay. Or not a little, I have a bit to say about this. Gameplay. This game's kind of down. The biggest problem with this game, honestly, I feel like a lot of the sad thing about the game is that the side quests are really, really boring. Like, it's the same thing I was talking about. I've already complained about this like a lot ad nauseum, essentially, but the side quests are sleep-inducing and boring. So the problem with the side quests is that they're not connected to any characters we really care about. So you're doing it for a bunch of randoms, but you don't really get to care about them as much. Like, yeah, they have some interesting things, but like, they tried. Like, oh, is this composer, or this person is a thief that's trying to turn over a new leaf. But like, they're not related to anybody you already care about, and you don't have you just don't have time to, they don't establish them well enough. They don't help the narrative. They don't make you really care. Like, I don't think it even helps the world building either. Like, in other games, like, okay, well, I'll use Xenoblade X for instance. The side quests are actually quite important, and they build out the knowledge about the world. Excuse me. Built out your, like, the world, essentially. You get to know more about the races, the people that populate the planet, and like, that's a really good example of how there are side quests, but the characters are interesting, and you even gain characters you can use from those side quests. So it works really well. Whereas in this game, a lot of times you're just like, it's just really, really random, like, problems of like, oh, I wish I could dance again. I'm like, I guess that's fine, but it's like it doesn't make you know anything more about like the world in general, or the greater world universe of Xenosaga, which is clearly what they want. But I think it's just a matter I think they just like, okay, we just need to pad the game, just throw any side quests, we'll try to make it work. And I don't think it really works, so, which is unfortunate. So they became a chore that nobody wanted to do. And there's also, they kind of exacerbate the problems of this game is that getting to place is really, really slow. Like, it feels like it's wasting your time. Like, the run speed's really slow, so dungeons feel like they go to a crawl. Traveling from Foundation to Miltia should be easier, and it's not. Like, seriously, this game really could have used like a faster warp option. And it's a solved problem at this point. This game had no excuse. There was no excuse for making it so cumbersome and slow to get to places. Like you're in the safe zone with the Kukai Foundation, the Elsa, and like second Miltia. Like, getting to those places should be a lot easier, and it's not. And the worst part is that this is a problem that was solved long ago. They fixed RPGs before this game already had warps that made things easier for the player, like Earthbound or Mother 2, so in Japanese, Mazatsu or Earthbound. That game was made in 1995. Like, seriously, come on. Like, there's no excuse for how cumbersome it was. And again, you could skip the side quest, but if you skip the side quest, you end up being weaker anyway. And if you're weaker, that means that the game is much harder. So you have to grind, and you won't have better skills because a lot of the better skills are stuck in the side quest. So you're just making the game take longer. So you're like, maybe I should do the side quest, but the side quests are painful to do. And the worst part about the battle system is like, ESs are really, really boring because you just mash button and then things happen. And there's no real strategy to it. And you can get through it. Done. So ESs are boring. And then the character battles are like supposed to be fun, but the problem is, like, with bosses, you end up having to just like, okay, I can't boost. I have to just stalk like crazy. And it gets really, really, like, it really slows the battle down. So all the battles take a million years. So the game is just like a slog to go through. Oh, goodness. Because of design decisions that basically pull down the fundamental, like, they fundamentally ruin the game. So it's fine enough, like, the story's kind of engaging to get through this, but it's like, come on, we can, like, there's so many things that get in the way of making this, of wasting the player's time. So it just feels like your time is being wasted. That's not a feeling you want when you're playing an RPG. So, like, the game, it just feels like it's artificially lengthening the game, and it's not good. And it's like, come on. Like, seriously. But yeah, like, the combat, the fact that it devolves into stock. I mean, like, you can do interesting things with it, but to do any real damage, you really have to stalk, and that just takes up more turns and makes so makes battles take longer, as I mentioned. And also, some dungeons are just really of a chore to get through too. Because, like, they're not really puzzles anymore. They're just like, find this maze and do things. Like they're like some are definitely better than others, I think. Yeah, and also I think, like, I mean, sometimes they're interesting, like the Ormuz stronghold, but like because the running speed is so slow, it just makes it take forever. So yeah, I'm just not a great big fan of the combat of the gameplay loop for the most part. It's really sad to say. So, having said all that, like, would I recommend this game for people to play? It really saddens me to say it, but I honestly can't really recommend it that much. For me, it would be kind of a thumbs down red. I mean, like, I have, like, the system I use is thumbs up by, which I think the game has lots of replay value, and even, like, if you kept it as part of your collection, that'd be great. and there's thumbs up red for me, which means like I really think the game is like you could give it a try, and I think it's generally a positive experience. But for me, this game's a thumbs down red, like as in like you can play it and maybe you'll find some fun for it, but I don't know. I feel like I can't fully vouch for it. I think this is pretty much the opinion most people that play Xenosaga trilogy is that Episode 2 is kind of a letdown. So, I mean, I would only recommend it to people who are just coming out of Xenosaga Episode 1 and want to know the story. Because honestly, without that, it's not, like, is it a great person for anyone who's never played an RPG? No. Like, it's probably not a good starter RPG. And for even for seasoned veterans, like without the story of Episode 1, it's like you won't get anything out of Episode 2, really. Like, it's not that great, and it doesn't really stand on its own very well either. And it's just not good. Like, it's just not good. That's just the gist of it. Like, there's just too many bad parts that overshadow like the interesting parts of this game. So it's sad to say, like, it's probably the first Xeno game I've played here that I really don't recommend. And it's like we had a good streak with even Episode 1 and Xenoblade and X and Xenogears and Xenoblade 2, but I don't think it quite measures up to all those. So really sad. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough nevertheless. I felt bad because I don't like spreading negativity, and like it's not my preference to be a negative streamer or someone who's always complaining. It's just really hard not to it's hard to overlook. The unfortunate negatives of the game just make it impossible to overlook them. So I'm so sorry that if it felt a little bit negative, but I hope that you had fun nevertheless. Alright, well, that's pretty much the end of the review, so I don't really have much more to say. I guess, like, if you guys did enjoy this, we are probably going to start. I don't think I will stream on New Year's. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to stream on Wednesday. So, I might turn the rest of the week into Zelda streams. But I'm going to be figuring out the next game. So I don't have a next game to tell you guys yet. I were a few. I couldn't really decide yet. So that's why I did not want to reveal it. But there's a couple of short games that are interesting. So I will definitely reveal it to you when the time comes. And we'll probably start it next Monday. The news. Yeah. Did I already decide the next one? Crap. What did I do on the first game? Oh no. Maybe the first video I was actually kind of wondering if I did that already. Oh no. Maybe I should have actually watched my first stream of Xenosaga. Ender Lilies, right? Yes, thank you. No, you're right. I actually have decided. It's Ender Lilies. So we'll do Ender Lilies next Monday. Oh my goodness. Oh no. This is what happens when it's been too long since. You know what? I'm just gonna blame the game. I'm just gonna blame Xenosaga Episode 2. Sorry. Sorry, the game was just... Apparently the game messed my mind up. I even forgot. Yeah, thank you for writing it down, by the way. I actually should have written it down myself. So, I will also... That also means I probably need to do a bit more... how do I say? Housekeeping of the Twitch channel. Because, like, I need to update the next game section. So, we will do Ender Lilies on Monday. I was like, you now reminded me. I'm like, oh, duh. I actually mentioned it. Like, I didn't want to change my mind. Because I actually do want to play Ender Lilies. So, we'll play Ender Lilies on Monday. And that's going to be quite different than this game. And with that... now that you guys know the next game, I did actually know the game I'm playing after Ender Lilies, though. I think it is time that we will play the original Final Fantasy. You know, for Final Fantasy games, I have not actually beaten the first one. And for just to make things really interesting, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy on the NES. So I do have a copy of Final Fantasy on the NES. So that means it's going to be the 8-bit version. So hopefully y'all are prepared for this. I'll talk a little bit about the differences of later versions as well, because I do actually kind of know the story. So, but it will be my first time actually playing through it, so that will be a lot of fun. But we're gonna do Ender Lilies first, and so we're gonna be RPGing our way through. We all gonna get knocked down. Yes, we are gonna get knocked down. Good. Someone knows their references. Yes. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. That also will give us an excuse to talk about random things. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that until we get to Ender Lilies. So anyway, thank you all for watching to the end of today's stream, and we will see you all on the next one. Thank you. So we will do Ender. So the rest of the week will probably be Zelda Echoes of Wisdom instead. So yeah, we'll see you all on for main game stream. We will see you all again on Monday for Ender Lilies. Otherwise, catch us on. You can catch me on probably tomorrow, and actually tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's fine. Tomorrow and Thursday and Friday for Zelda if you'd like. And then Ender Lilies will be on Monday. So if you did enjoy today's stream, we have a Discord because we can discuss this game and other games of interest, or you can follow us on Facebook or X or Blue Sky down below. And we have archives of previous streams. I am uploading to it. It's taking a bit, and I need to make more public, but I'll work on it. Don't worry. Oh well, bookkeeping, you know. But thank you all for watching. And I guess, as always, 晚安, which means good night, and 下次再见, which means see you next time, and 谢谢收看, which means thanks for watching. Kind of cool that we ended the end of the year with the end of Xenosaga, so kind of a fitting end, right? For the end last. So the game is actually finished in 2025. I know, it's crazy, right?